put a finger down if you work at UPS and you just got laid off because the company's starting to go under because Amazon is a superpower that's going to take over. Your turn.
UPS says it's cut 48,000 positions this year. UPS said 34,000 were operational roles. The other 14,000 were mostly within management. UPS also closed dozens of facilities. It reached a new agreement in January to lower the amount of Amazon shipments it handles.
These companies are gaining some efficiencies when it comes to AI, but they are lying to an extent when they say, well, it's just efficiencies when it's AI. Part of the reasons why they're lying is because, it looks good when they say that to investors or when they report earnings. And again, some of it is growth when it comes to AI, but they look better because it seems like that they're creating a more efficient business model, which then Wall Street and the investors and the analysts reward them with that.
Two up on the screen. Speaking of that, we covered earlier in the week some of the Amazon and the UPS layoffs. We can add to that list. Just look at this. UPS, 48,000 employees. Amazon, up to 30K. Intel, 24K. Nestle, 16. Accenture, 11. Ford, 11. Novo Nordisk, 9,000. Microsoft, 7,000. PwC, 5,600. Salesforce, 4,000. Paramount, 2,000. Target, 1,800. Kroger, 1,000. Applied Materials, 1,444. Meta, 600. We can go to the next one. GM is also announcing thousands of layoffs. This is specifically in their electric vehicle plants.
UPS announced layoffs earlier this year, but that total is much higher than expected.
Cutting the layoff pay.
Man, the clan over here.
Guys, listen. I don't want to be the guy who said, I told you so. UPS drivers, UPS employees, I know you're going to come here and you're going to be like, this guy again. Listen. You guys came here last time. I remember seeing you guys in the comment section saying things like, Orlando, UPS would never do that. Orlando, what are you talking about? The drivers aren't affected. Orlando, you don't know what you're talking about because we have contracts. You guys remember that?
Look, I know a lot of people didn't think this could happen. They said they're a union. How can they let this happen? The union will protect workers. Well, guess what? UPS has laid off 48,000 workers so far this year.
GM just shut down its innovation center. Hundreds of Georgia jobs gone. I took notes. Let's talk about it. General Motors just confirmed it's closing its Roswell-based innovation center, and more than 300 employees are losing their jobs by the end of the year.
I got laid off from my corporate job yesterday, and I think that this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be shared because America is not doing well right now. We have a 94% prediction rate that the recession's going to come, but yet our frickin' administration hasn't even made the move to actually say that a recession's coming.
Contrary to popular belief, and we're going to get into the whole dynamics of people losing their jobs and all of that. Contrary to popular belief, I was explaining this on the Millionaire Morning Show, and I said that when they cut jobs and increase efficiencies, you guys look at it and say, oh my God, I can't believe it. There's so many people that's losing their jobs. They don't look at it like that. They look at it and they say, well, the company is becoming more profitable, more efficient. They're not using a smaller margin model, which you deliver Amazon packages, but they increase the value of the company by becoming more efficient and then at the same time needing less people to get things done. And that's in addition to the fact that they had ratified that contract last year where a whole bunch of people was like, oh my God, everybody's going to be running up the bag over there at UPS. That's not how that's translating.
All I'm saying is this.
It's going down.
Everybody who out here shining, pulling up in big expensive cars, jewelry. Listen to me. Listen to your brother Corey. Them days are fading.
All affected employees are being offered severance. But still, this marks the end of a big tech era promise in Georgia that once symbolized innovation and job growth. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all, UPS year-to-date has laid off 48,000 workers. Their goal for the year was 20,000. So I'm not sure how they're getting away with this extra 28,000, but That's what they're doing.
One of the reasons is that the Wall Street rewards, all their stock prices surge when they can show that they're able to get rid of human beings. Another piece is that you have AI coming in, and especially with white-collar jobs, they're thinking, okay, well, we can push some of our, spreadsheet jockeying and analysis and some of that basic level work. We can push that onto AI and have fewer people actually at the organization. As people leave, we also are not going to rehire.
Oh, how short memories we have developed. Temporary amnesia, short-sightedness. Was anybody around in 2007 and 2008? Did you see what was happening? Did you see the bubbles forming? Did you see the overinvestment, the overconfidence, and people over there chirping on the side, talking about all the money that they were making, their investments, their education.
So if you're coming with information, instead of standing on the corner with your girls talking about, clock it, I got this many degrees, clock it. Why don't you start clocking the ability to start elevating all of us? We need think tanks that don't involve white money, non-black money, and I'm not saying we can't have allies, but we need to start circling our wagons amongst each other.
Deal with this moving goalpost narrative head on. First, the old story was black women out-earn black men. That lie was pushed for years until the numbers shut it down. In 2024, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that black men earned $1,002 per week, $52,104 annually, and black women earned $922 per week and $47,944 annually.
Not you versus me, it's you and me.
Okay, ma'am, it's time to get real, ma'am. When it all breaks down, ma'am, you're gonna need a little shelter and security, ma'am. I know you're thinking that you could do it by yourself, ma'am, but you don't understand the way the world's gonna turn, and when it turns, and when it drops, and when it drops, and when it gets dark, and when it gets ugly. My suggestion is that you make amends and make sure that you weren't just on the corner talking down to your friends, especially the men.
Winter is here.
And what I fear is that this AI bubble is the same trend. This time it's gonna be 10 times nastier, my friend, because before it happens, they're gonna take your job, roll it up, throw it away, and you're gonna be there left holding the bag. And all those fancy degrees you got, ma'am, I have to tell you one thing. Yes, most educated, blabble blabble. Even though we all know that that was straight cap because the Asians are the most educated in this country, those degrees ain't gonna do nothing for you, ma'am. You dig?
Guess what? UPS doesn't care. And then UPS does the unthinkable. They lay off 48,000 people before the holidays? Who would do such a thing? That is criminal. No corporation would ever do such a thing.
The labor market is sliding. Increased worry about labor market outlook. Watch this. We have, for this quarter coming up, they're expecting 25% less jobs than anticipated. 25% less. I want us to understand something, y'all. This real talk, bro. Like, they can talk all that crap they want about AI is not gonna take jobs. I'm gonna tell you right now, do not be fooled. It's like the weatherman telling you, brace yourself, the storm won't go the other way when you looking at the storm coming right at you. Their job is to keep you from panicking.
Closures like these are becoming common. We're going to see more of them. Of course, this is due to automation and AI. I have more to say, but I signed an NDA on an AI project, so I've pretty much said all I could say on my page about this.
I'm against the fence. Yeah, you will have job security, all right. And then it says UPS said 34,000 of the cuts hit drivers. What? And warehouse operations, while 14,000 target management. But those contracts, right? It's comical because you have seen this happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we need to even go on? Do we need to even go? Oh!
And here's the thing, y'all. For COVID, they already tested it on us. And when you look at it now, bro, you gotta think about it, bro. Everything that happened for COVID really could have been, and I said this when it happened, I said, nah, this a shift right here. This the reset to push us forward where we going. Everybody understood. They were like, nah, this is a reset. Guess what, y'all? They already showed us what happens when Yo, what happens when your income is only the income that the government gives you? Bruh, it's a clear divide between the haves and the have-nots once this happens. Because now, millions of jobs no longer exist. Now everybody trying to wash cars, everybody trying to cut grass.
Plumbing.
I
was like, that's the last job, really, you think about it.
Construction is it, bro.
Construction.
It's gonna be a point in time where everybody can't do construction. All those other jobs become null and void, and there's only certain type of jobs left. Then the job scale changes, the pay changes. They can actually now pay you way less. They can actually pay you way less. You know why? Because now there's a ton of people to do this.
Polite savages. Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go.
Called it Black Monday. Don't forget, by 4 p.m. the market had dropped 508 points, the biggest plummet since the crash of '29.
Well, you polite savages, sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel isn't salvation. It isn't walking to the light. It isn't warm and fuzzy. It is a train coming to mow down you and your inspirations. And a lot of times that what you put your hope in, what you put your dreams in, and what you were hoping that you would be able to prosper in is not there in the end. Only thing that you really have to depend on is your family and friends. But at times when you choose work over family, you find out that it's a cold, cold world. Winter is here. 100%, my dear. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this job loss, retail, shipping and receiving, operational. It's all coming down. 2008 all over again. Maybe even 1929, my friend. The latest is UPS laying off 40,000 plus people before the holiday season, a month before. Oh man, they're really canceling Christmas. In the past, I've worked in a lot of operations that have laid people off, but they never lay people off in the month of November or December, just for humanity's sake. But this one, there's no humanity left in it. AI is taking over. And it's all about the green, mean green. And what the green says, the green gets. Don't you ever forget you were just a number, a cog in a wheel. And those education loans are due, my dear. Damn.
You're more willing to submit to a boss than you are your husband.
Black women also have the majority and the highest rate of student loan debt, which means your debt to income ratio is shot. Having more degrees than a thermometer does not mean that you understand the temperature of our people.
You do everything for that boss man with no lip. And you come home and you give me all the lip in the world when I have things that I want done?
Only hubris would make black women think that we are just talking to you. I'm talking to modern women in general. This is the problem. You see, there used to be an order of operations. Man is under the Most High. Woman is under the man. The kids are under the woman. And that was just the way it went. But what happened is that you started putting your job above everything. So then you wonder why you're upside down financially, spiritually, mentally. Well, it's no wonder. You're living topsy-turvy. Well, here's the bottom line. You see, other races don't have it so bad because of financial downturns, because they are paired up, they are coupled, they have a better family community, and you can blame who you want to blame, but it's time for us to look at each other and say it's time to cooperate because it's getting dark outside. Oh, it's about to storm. Fire and brimstone, thunder and lightning. Dogs are flying backwards and cats are kissing each other. This is absolutely ridiculous. This AI bubble is 75% of the US economy. Don't you understand? When that pops, it all pops and no one's safe. You can sit around and say AI can't replace my job, but the bottom line is that AI is here to replace your job. 10 years ago, I worked in a startup and their only mission was to get rid of every individual employee, boil it all down to a bunch of automation fueled by artificial intelligence. They had a 15-year plan, and this is year 12 of it.
On Wall Street, markets at record highs as excitement over artificial intelligence drives big-time money into stocks. But that same technology may also be transforming the American workforce. Amazon announcing its largest job cuts in years, eliminating 14,000 corporate positions. In a note to its employees, the company calling AI the most transformative technology we've seen since the internet, adding, "We're convinced that we need to be organized more leanly." UPS also slashing nearly 48,000 workers, citing various circumstances for its moves, including opportunities to invest in certain technologies.
And there's going to be a lot of cope saying that if you take and replace all the jobs with AI, nobody's going to be able to buy anything. Well, let me break it down to you economically so you can just understand how serious this situation is, how serious this job loss is, why UPS laying off this time of year is absolutely a precursor, the canary in a coal mine. 80% of this country's wealth is owned by the top 10%. That means that they don't need you to buy anything. They already got the money. They already have everything. You could squalor and go all the way away. You can die for all they care. So it's time for us to keep it real with ourselves. It's not going to be the rugged individualist who makes it, not in these days and time, not for us, because we don't have the capital, we don't have the finances, and the only thing they care about is fear and finances. It's going to be the folks who can get together, have that network. Your network is going to be your net worth, because there is no time to stop, children. What's that sound? It's time to get up and get down, get into it. To the lovely ladies of the community, I got to tell you something. If the only thing you got is some cat and a bad attitude, you're not going to make it. Not this time. It's time for you to fall in line. You see, you can't be a needy bully. You can't tell somebody that you need them, but then tell them that you don't need them at the same time. You can't be independent, because independent means by yourself, and you're not fit to make it by yourself in this situation. But guess what? We already understand the deal. All of us need to get real and get with the 360-degree understanding of what's really going on here.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Because this adjustment period is going to be radical. And if you can't radically adjust to what you need to radically adjust to, then you're going to be left in the dust looking like a fool.
AI is going to change your entire world by 2030, not 2050, within the next 5 years. And it might take your job in the next 2 years. In fact, it might be taking your job right now. Go to a CVS. Go to a Walgreens, go to a grocery store. Your high school education, increasingly that job is gone. Go to a convenience store, go to a call center, right? Within the next couple of years, you're gonna have 100 million plus virtual AI humanoids by phone. You won't even be able to tell that they're not human. You have robotics that are literally zeroing out jobs. It's gone. Now again, that job's like just going to disappear and you have nothing, but you're going to have to learn pretty quickly how to run the technology that's running the world. This is not about a website or a new gadget. This is going to fundamentally reshape everything.
And I'm going to keep repeating this. It doesn't make a difference if you like me or not. It doesn't make a difference if you believe me. When we were saying this in 2018 and nobody was listening, we're still saying the exact same thing. We understand. I see the writing on the wall. It's not in hieroglyphic. It's in plain English. Only thing you have to do is take time to read it. Open your eyes. Understand that wherever your comfort level is, you better learn how to get real uncomfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the truth as it stands. And the ladies of the community, you have over-invested in an education that's not serving you, that did nothing but divide you from the person you were supposed to be with, or somebody, or anybody. What I'm saying is that we are meant to be paired, because financially, when you're not at the tippy top, two are always far better than one. You dig? Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom.
We found true happiness.